Hi, everybody. It's time for some more Beacon Pines. Once again, it's always too long in between these recordings. Oh, what were we doing? Okay, I think we went back here because we had another option that we chose. I'm guessing. Also, if I forget what voices I used before, it's because I had to do stomachs and then I went on vacation and I'm sorry. Don't hurt me.
I actually have to meet my friend Rolo
Luka glanced
soon.
outside to gauge the time. The sky was darker than he expected, filled with ominous clouds.
Looks like a storm is brewing. I should get going.
Oh, I didn't think there was any rain in the almanac.
Yeah, almanacs aren't that useful around here.
Luka wiped his mouth one last time with his napkin and started to get up.
Thank you for the pizza. It was really good. See you at the festival, Beck.
Wait up. I'll walk you home. Wait, did we already do this? Okay.
Surprised, Luka turned around. He knew Rolo could be prickly around new people, but Beck seemed cool. Rolo would warm up to her eventually, probably.
Oh, yes, okay. But the sky answered for him as clouds begin to... I don't think we've done this. Okay, rumble.
Luka began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to rumble with ominous thunder.
And if we already did this, then it's just a little recap. You sure we can make it home before the storm kicks
Luka
off?
surveyed the roiling clouds.
I'd say the odds are great. Maybe you should stay here and I'll just make a break for
At
it.
that moment, the heavens opened up, unleashing torrential rain.
Well, that's not good. Care to recalculate those odds? Hurry inside, you two, before you catch cold. Oh, are we gonna have a sleepover? Luka, Nellie will keep trying to reach your gran on the phone. In the meantime, you two hold tight. Sorry, not much to do up here. Most of my stuff is still in the boxes.
Mind if I poke around?
Be my guest. Alright, I guess we're just gonna go through
Luka squinted into the eye hole of the microscope.
people's personal belongings.
This looks wild. What is it?
Gum.
Gum?
Luka adjusted the slide with his fingers to get a better look.
I'm tracking the structural integrity of gum with increasing amounts of chewing. Ew. Ew. Chewed that one out for 47 days.
Luka wiped his hand off on his sweater and gave a nervous laugh.
It's weird, I know.
Beck looked down, timidly tapping the ladder with her feet.
You think it's weird? Yes, I think it's weird.
A little. But weird can be cool.
That's what I tell myself too, Luka. Or what else? We got a radio?
Oh, wow. Will and I have a radio just like this at the treehouse.
Probably not exactly like this one. My mom and I tore down the whole thing. Tore the whole thing down to the bolts. Fitted with some state-of-the-art vacuum tubes.
She seems pretty awesome.
She gets carried away sometimes. I think she feels guilty for working too much. When she does have time for me, she showers me with high-tech overcompensation.
Luka flicked at one of the toggles.
I bet you I could get all sorts of stations on this.
Not out here in the boonies. You wouldn't believe the stuff I could pick up back in the city. But around here, it's all form reports and static.
Ugh, shucks.
There's the flowers.
Luka bent down to examine the bouquet of wilting flowers. Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime.
Ooh, pungent.
He flipped open the attached card.
Happy trails from Coach Walker and all the Fairview Condors.
Boy, you weren't kidding around poking around, huh?
Well, sorry. Was this from your old school?
The most recent one, yeah? Some schools gave me going away cards. Some did flowers. When they were really trying to feel good about themselves, they do both.
So, you moved a lot?
Yeah, that's the thing with having a brilliant parent. They're always a better job somewhere else.
These flowers would last longer if you put them in some water.
That's the sort of thing I would do if I cared. Ho ho!
Well, you cared enough to keep them, is all.
Luka, can I ask you something?
Of course.
Blade pose.
Dang, did that hurt?
I'll be honest. That hurt more than I expected.
Well, at least you look cool doing it.
I mean, no, who doesn't look cool doing the blade pose?
Beck took a moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window.
That good word choice, game. Do you ever feel alone? Like, even when people are around?
Well, Rolo can be pretty absent-minded sometimes.
I'm serious. Does it ever feel like your family doesn't care what you want? My family's gone.
They didn't used to feel that way. I know Gran loves me, but sometimes when she looks at me, it's like she's looking at
A problem?
Luka took a deep breath, exhaling slowly.
Luka, you are a problem. Let's be honest. I know the feeling. How do you deal with that? You don't. You just you bottle it up until you go see your therapist when you're 30 years old, and then you talk about it with them, and then you realize that it was not your fault and you had nothing to do with that, and you have to repair that now.
I guess I haven't. But one thing my dad told me when I was little, don't hold a grudge, especially against yourself. If you try to hold it in, you're gonna pop.
So then, what do you do when you don't know what to do?
Dad never got to that part.
What do you do when you don't know what you're gonna do? You just continue existing.
Something I found out on my own, though. You gotta do something. Anything. Here.
Like run away? What are you doing?
I don't know, something. We're gonna register our complaints with the storm. Listen here, you miserable universe. Stop jerking me around. I just want things to go back to the way they were. Everyone tells me it's gonna be alright. Things aren't gonna change.
Luka let out a feral scream that echoed into the night.
Every time something changes, everything only gets worse. Screw this town.
Whoa, such language. Whoa. Let me try. Moving sucks. I hate it. I hate that. I hate it. Why can't I just deal with it and be happy for my mom? Why can't we just stay somewhere? Brrr.
Her voice dropped to a trembling whisper.
I just want to be a normal
Beck
kid.
brushed off her shirt and straightened up.
There. Wow, I actually feel a little better.
As abruptly as it began, the storm abated.
Okay. I feel like this is a common, not trope, but maybe it is a trope. I don't know. Where there's always like characters that, I mean, even Titus did it with his Titus laugh. Like there's always this moment of just unleashing emotions, and then they're like, I feel great. Does anyone actually do that in real life? Am I just emotionless? Like, I don't think I've ever been with somebody and we've just screamed at something, or, you know, like, the only thing that I can think that compares to it is when I have a panic attack. And I'm by myself and I just have a panic attack and cry. And then I'm like, okay, I feel a little bit better. But, like, I'm not with somebody screaming into something or, you know, into the void, per se. Oh, my God. Hippo just snotted on me. Y'all, why does this keep happening to me? Hippo, why you gotta snot? But as I'm cleaning this up, have you ever done that? Is that just like a weird movie trope thing? Or have you ever like yelled out at something and it actually helped? Sorry, I'm also cleaning up Hippo's nose right now. You can probably hear her. Okay, look, I took care of your snot. Hippo, do you want to go out to the window and scream about how you hate it when I clean your nose with all the snot? Will that make you feel better? Probably not. She'll always be angry. Thanks. I needed that.
Me too. I should head out before the rain starts up again.
Sure, I'll walk you out. That was the quickest rain ever. See you and Rolo at the festival.
Sounds good.
Luka, don't let the universe jerk you
Beck
around.
gave Luka a light thump on the arm before heading in. Chapter 5.
We made it to chapter 5.
Friendly feud. The air was heavy with hard rain's residue, the smell of wet things. Despite his dreary surroundings, Luka felt at peace. He'd never shared those details about his dad with anyone, not even Rolo. But it's not like this changed anything. Rolo was still his best friend. Adding Beck to the group would help balance things out. Everything's better in threes. This is what Luka told himself as he headed to the treehouse.
I mean, things do come in threes. But everything is not good with threes because maybe this is once again me reading too much into this, but whenever there's a group of 3, I always feel like I'm the third wheel in the group of 3. Okay, to the treehouse. Oh, it's the bat friend. Hi, bat friend.
Hey, Lon. Tracking down a new lead. You man? I heard the juicy new rumor. Turns out when Sharper Valentine died, he left behind a particular last will and testament. Peculiar? How? He didn't just give his kids an inheritance. There were conditions. Like what? The document stipulated that the heiress had to take on a child as her ward. A kid our age who just showed up at the town one night with a lawyer. Solomon? Bingo. So, Eris was forced to take care of him? Yep, or she would have lost everything. Why would Sharper care so much about some random kid? Rumor has it old Sharper has sowed some wild oats.
What does that mean?
That explains why the Harrows treats him. Poor Solomon. How did you find all this out? A good reporter never reveals her source, Luka.
Jump. Oh, wait. What?
After the foul harvest destroyed their wealth and reputation, the Valentines shuttered off their estate from the rest of town.
Okay, well, thanks for that little bit of info. Oh, wait. No, that's not the way to the... We gotta go back to the beginning. Like, it's the middle of the night. Oh, look, Alligator Girl is still here, reading her erotic fanfiction. He met her romance novels. He met his old friend's eyes and was greeted with nothing but ice-cold anger. Heavens! This is no time for fractured friendships. Oh, I forgot. Excuse me, what are you doing? I just locked up for the night, sir. Oh, wonderful. I can only assume this means the festival preparations have been completed ahead of schedule. Not exactly, sir. The storm set us back a bit, and it's getting late, so we all decided to... You all decided? Yes, sir. I was unaware that your job involved deciding things. We all are here at the perennial harvest because we believe in creating a better future, yes? Yes, sir, very much, sir. Do you want to be the one to tell them that this town that we failed them? It's a fucking town. Calm yourself. No? That we gave up because there was a little rainstorm and we got sleepy? Of course not, sir. Good. Then it's decided. Yes, sir, we'll work till the task is done. See that you do. Our harvest awaits. I still think the perennial harvest looks like a weed store with that neon green. Come in here and buy your weed. Get your edibles here.
Rolo, are you still up there?
I didn't notice that was a car door until that. I'm sorry, Rolo isn't accepting visitors at the moment. Come back, never.
Luka had only ever heard him speak in this stiff yet gentle tone a few times, and it always meant one thing.
He was depressed and sad and mad.
You're upset. Oh, what makes you say that?
Maybe because my best friend abandoned me here for no reason.
I didn't abandon you. I'm just a little late.
Rolo scoffed.
The rain held me up.
Liar! You weren't even home.
What?
The storm got bad and I got worried, so I went looking for you. Imagine my surprise when I made it to your house and you weren't there.
I hadn't made it back home yet.
I'm not a fool, Luka. It doesn't take all day to deliver some jam.
No, the storm rolled in out of nowhere, and I got stuck at dinner at Mac's house.
Luka stumbled on his words, knowing he'd said too much.
Beck? Dinner? What the heck is a Beck?
She's the new kid in town. She's actually kind of cool. You like her. She needed help convincing her parents that she made some new friends.
New friends? I spent all day waiting for you, and you were off making new friends? Rolo is pissed.
It's not like that, Rolo.
You know? While I was waiting, I made up some upgrades to mission control. It was going to be a surprise, but you took so long the storm knocked it all down. Just like you knocked down our friendship. Oh, the heartbreak.
What does that even mean?
Luka became instinctively angry in response. Both boys were now shouting across the distance.
It means you're a bad friend. You don't care about me.
Of course I care about you, you ass.
Language. I knew I'd get in trouble waiting so late for you. But I kept my word. 'Cause that's what friends do.
Oh, wow. What a noble sacrifice you made.
Easy for you to say. Your Gran doesn't even care. You can stay out as long as you want. And you wouldn't even get in trouble.
Seriously? You're acting like I chose this? If that's what you think, then maybe you're the bad friend.
Rolo's tone changed to a calm, yet more intense anger.
Maybe Pa is right. Storm brings more than water. This one brought the real Luka.
Stop quoting your pa's nonsense like it means anything.
Yeah, well, at least my Pa is still around. Whoa, too far, too
The
far.
words hung in the cold night air. Rolo's stomach dropped, knowing he'd crossed a line. But it was too late.
Ooh.
Luka, Good night, Rolo.
Dang it. Well, that could have gone better. I guess I'll just sleep.
Luka dug through his old stuff, not even sure what he was looking for.
Soccer ball?
Rolo, what a jerk. Call me a bad friend. Oh, I'm Rolo. Look at me and my amazing family.
Oh, God. Bicycle kick. Luka, the hat trick hero. Oh, I can open this? Oh, I can go to bed now. Okay.
I guess I'm never supposed to make new friends.
Oh. I've been there. Luka?
Gran cooed gently from the hallway.
You slept straight through breakfast? Luka, are you alright? I'm fine. Just don't feel like getting up yet. Okay, I'll leave this oatmeal by the door. I gotta run out and take care of some things. Okay. I'll be back later to check in. Sure.
Luka just wanted to be alone.
Fair.
He waited to hear the sound of the front door closing.
Gran is still down there, like, hiding. Haha! Tell me what's going on.
Huh, but Rolo's still gonna go to the festival. He's gonna be miserable.
Guess I'll go eat that oatmeal.
If Rolo still thinks I'm going to the festival with him, he could shove it.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just kick the soccer ball around some more. Maybe I'll go back to bed.
Luka dozed off again.
Fair, that's what I do when I'm really depressed.
Luka? I didn't see you eat your oatmeal. Wasn't hungry. Well, in case you get hungry, I'll leave the sandwich here too.
Thanks.
Rolo came by. What did it say? He wanted to talk to you. What did you say? I told him you weren't feeling well. Good. So your plan is just to sit in your room all day? Pretty much. Well, I need to pop away again for a minute. If you decide to end your mini party and go outside, I think it'd do you some good. Noted.
Luka still couldn't bring himself to go out. Besides, if he ran into Rolo, he'd have to actually confront the situation.
And we don't want that. Guess I'll kick the ball around.
There's never anything interesting at the festival anyway.
Oh, do I have to kick it? The book? Okay. Boo!
The Adventures of Hank Atomic.
The complete first volume.
Luka carefully opened the cover and began to read. Rolo had received it for his birthday, a special hardcover edition with behind-the-scenes commentary and bonus art.
Ooh, cool.
Rolo cherished it, but asked that Luka keep it at his house. Luka wasn't sure if it was because Rolo didn't trust himself with it, didn't trust his sister around it, or just wanted an excuse to come hang out at Luka's more often.
Aww.
Whatever the reason, Luka didn't mind. But it had stayed right there where Rolo had stashed it ever since. Now, at the foot of his bed, Luka lost himself in the pages. He'd read it all before, but at this moment, it somehow felt sentimental.
That's what happens when you lose
He
your
was
best
well into
friend.
issue number 5 when he heard soft footsteps from the hallway.
Luka?
Oh, another little friend came to see you. A girl named Beck Meowdwill. She said you met yesterday. What did she say? Is she here? She was just dropping by. I told her you were taking visitors today. Oh. She seems nice. Yeah. You had a fight with Rolo, didn't you? Can I come in? Maybe later. All right then. I'll leave dinner on the kitchen table.
So he's got a bowl of oatmeal, a sandwich, and dinner?
In case you want to buy before bedtime.
Without realizing it, Luka had pouted away the entire afternoon. He once again felt the weight of it all and allowed his weary eyes to close.
Oh gosh,
Luka stood in a vast black expanse.
I've 100% had days where like that where I oversleep. Maybe I'll eat something, maybe I won't, and then go right back to sleep and just sleep the day away.
He looked up at his father standing beside him.
Oh,
Walt
creepy.
was working a straw at the bottom of a fountain glass, trying to collect the last bits of milkshake. Dad, where are we? Taking a final loud gurgling sip, his father peered up from the glass. He jangled the straw playfully with a warm smile, then lifted the empty glass as if to point into the darkness. The source. Luka's eyes followed his father's gesture.
Excuse me?
In an instant, he was sitting in front of a blazing campfire.
Ooh, I would love that right now.
Across from him sat a large figure in a yellow hazmat suit.
Uh-oh.
The figure's voice was a scratchy echo. Well, if it isn't the man of the hour, make yourself comfortable. Luka held his shivering hands over the flame to warm himself. It doesn't work that way here. Their yellow-gloved hand pointed to the base of the flame.
Oh.
It's a cold flame. See? Luka peered at the base of the fire. It wasn't wood that was burning. It was Beacon Pines itself.
Well, that's better. I thought it was going to be bodies.
Tiny buildings, freezing and crumbling as they were consumed by flame. Luka could see small shadows moving in the burning city. People.
Oh, those are my friends.
Luka leapt to his feet. We've got to help them. The figure gave a dismissive wave of their hand. Why waste energy helping people who can't even help themselves?
That's fair.
The figure bent down to examine the panicked crowd as they desperately tried to stop the flames. They only care about what's right in front of them, not like us.
Okay, this is ominous.
Luka's voice was a trembling whisper. Us? The figure slowly stood up, grabbing its helmet with both hands. With a jolt and a twist, the suit emitted a gasp.
It's either going to be his dad or himself. It's going to be like, oh god. Is that the never-ending story when he opens up the knight's helmet and it's him?
A cloud of torpid mist
Bastion?
escaped, slowly revealing the face within. Luka's own face looked back at him.
Called it. I heckin' called it.
Older, worn, distant. The sensation was oddly familiar, as if he'd caught his own reflection by surprise in the mirror. The doppelganger smiled. I tried to help once. He gestured towards his face. And all it got me was this.
A scar?
Lucas staggered back. You aren't me. Luka felt a hand catch his shoulder. His
Interesting.
father was there again, beside him. Every choice sets us on a path.
Yes, that's what this game has told us.
This is the end of one of your paths, son. Luka watched his older self shake its head ruefully, its face twisting into a cruel grin. Welp, Dad. If you wanted him to see this, far be it from me to disappoint. Luka watched in shock as the figure took a confident step forward and plunged into the flames in a flash of cold light. He was gone. What does all of this mean?
Yeah, I'd like to know
Luka
too.
felt a reassuring squeeze on his shoulder. Just remember, why we choose matters just as much as what we choose. Luka woke up to see a hazy figure at the foot of his bed, silhouetted in the morning sun.
Mom? No, dear. It's only ground.
Luka rubbed his eyes. The kind, concerned face of his gran came into focus.
How are you feeling? Fine. Anything you want to talk about? I don't feel like talking. That's just as well. How about you sit there and listen a bit? Whatever you and Rolo thought about doesn't matter. But he
Gran silenced Luka with a gentle pat on the leg.
fights between friends happen. What he said doesn't matter. The important thing is, that's not the last thing you will ever say to each other. But he said stuff about Dad. Well, do you think he meant it? No. He was just mad.
How do you even say that in grandma voice?
And what do you mean and did you mean the things you said? No. Good. One must appreciate friends in their best moments and accept them in their worst.
Oh, except...
Now get your little butt out of bed. The festival's today. You don't want to miss that, do you?
I guess not.
Seems like a good opportunity to make amends with Rolo, doesn't it?
Luka gave a reluctant nod.
So, buy him
I would love a corn dog.
a corn dog and apologize. But he's the one that... What did I just say? Buy him a corn dog. That's a good boy. Everything's better with corn dogs.
It's true.
I need to get going now. Got some last-minute festival business to take care of. I'll come find you at the fountain a little after lunch. All right. I love you, Luka. I love you too.
Is that
Luka took
is
a
dinner
deep
still on
breath.
the table?
Okay.
Chapter 6.
All right, y'all. We made it to chapter 6. Hibbo just sneezed again on me. Wonderful. All right, let's see what we get up to at the festival. I thought our story was going to end when we got to the dream segment, but not now, not yet. All right, I'll see you next time.